Okay, we're going to begin part 1 of subtraction. There is an addition video on the same standard, which is NSBT 7. So if you haven't watched that one yet, we do recommend you watch it. For this video, we are going to focus on subtraction without regrouping. We're going to look at the concrete, the pictorial, and the abstract. And we are looking at models, drawings, and symbols connected to place value. Students do not learn subtracting using the algorithm until the 4th grade. So we are going to start by our concrete manipulatives, and we're going to look at a strategy that's called takeaway first. So thinking about like in your story problems, which you should be embedding in this unit, this would be an amount, and if you're taking something away, then this would be a strategy that you could use to represent it. So I've got 98 shown on my place value chart. I'm going to take away 37, which can be decomposed into 3 10s and 7 1s. So I can take away 3 10s and I can take away 7 1s. I do want to point out that we have these organized in a 10 frame. It just helps sometimes. The ones can be scattered all over the place, and this is a familiar connection they have from kindergarten and 1st grade. So I'm going to take away 7 1s, and then I will have a difference left of 61, 6 10s and 1 1. So if I put these back, we do recommend that they have plenty of practice with the concrete manipulatives, but as we transition to drawings, one of the recommendations we make is just to have them side by side. We don't want these to seem like all separate strategies. We want the kids to see a connectedness between the strategies because we don't know what they would be exposed to as far as understanding. So if I've represented 98, my 2nd graders could draw their place value chart, 10s and 1s. Again, using the takeaway strategy, they could represent 9 10s and 8 1s. And I'm going to take away my 3 10s and my 7 1s. So I would start with 7 1s. I have 1 1 left. I'm going to take away my 3 10s. I have 6 10s left. The value is 60 plus 1, which is a difference of 61. So let's take this exact same problem and let's start back at concrete. And let's look at what is called a comparison strategy. So in 1st grade, they did use comparison word problems where they had to have 2 amounts and find the difference between the 2 amounts. So this is a strategy that they could that you would want to expose them to because they could see subtraction represented in this way. And if you connect it to what you do with addition, some students really can make sense of this strategy pretty easily. So I've represented 98 and I've represented 37. And so for comparison, I'm going to compare my 7 1s, and I have 7 1s down here. I will take away my 7 1s, and they all go away because they cancel each other out. I have my 3 10s down here. I've got my 3 10s up here. And comparing them, those cancel each other out, and I'm left with a difference of 6 10s and 1 1. So, again, that's with the concrete. If I want to connect that to drawings, it would be beneficial for the students to have them actually side by side. So drawing my 10s and 1s chart, I've represented 98, and I'm going to represent the 2nd value of 37, and I'm going to have 7 1s, so I'm going to get rid of 7 1s here. I'm left with 1 1. I've got 3 10s. I'm going to get rid of 3 10s here. I'm left with 6 10s. Again, going back to this is 61. So there's 2 different strategies, takeaway and comparison. We're going to bridge now to more abstract, which is in the place value. So we've seen concrete manipulatives, we've seen pictures, and we've connected them together. Now we're going to take those same strategies and connect them to a strategy of place value. So place value is more abstract because we're going to just look at the numbers. However, they can use the other strategies to help with this concept. So I'm going to decompose 98 into 9 10s or 90 and 8 1s. And I'm going to decompose 37 into 3 10s or 30 and 7 1s. And then I'm going to subtract. I can bring my drawings back in here to help support my subtraction. If I have 8 1s, I could take away my 7 from here. And see, I have 1 1 left. Same idea here. If I've got 9 10s and I take away my 3 10s, I've got 6 10s here. So the bridge over for the drawings can easily come to facilitate this. You could also use concrete manipulatives to help them with this strategy of place value.